Hey guys, it's Tina. Today we're going to be making the old-fashioned peanut butter cookie recipe from Kraft Peanut Butter. I know it's an oldie, but it is a goodie. And this is what they look like. And just for a size, that's about how big they are. And I am going to show you how to make them today. So I hope you enjoy, and we shall see you in a minute.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
This is pretty good. Okay, so today is all about cookies. And as I said yesterday, today's going to be peanut butter cookies. Now, the recipe that I use is actually the original old-fashioned Kraft peanut butter recipe. Why? Because I think it's the best. I love a good peanut butter cookie, and since I'm now eating keto for a couple of years, the only time I treat myself is at Christmas when I make them, and then I'll have one and feel like I ate like a dozen because they're so filling. But anyway, I'm going to break down the recipe for you so you can see it. Now remember, I am going to put it down in the description so you can get it later. So the first thing you're going to get is you're going to have 2.5 cups of flour. You're going to have a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda. You're going to have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you can use, if you want to use sea salt or whatever, you go ahead. You're going to have a cup of softened butter, a cup of peanut butter, and what do we got here? You're going to have a cup of the brown and white sugar, okay? And then you are going to have 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla, okay? Now, to this, which is not in the Kraft recipe, I add lightly salted mixed nuts. I don't know if you can tell, I just give them a little smash, not too much, because I want them to be relatively whole, and I do about a cup of them. And I also add them at the end because crunchy peanut butter works great for this recipe, but I like me some mixed nuts in my peanut butter cookies, and I suggest strongly you guys give it a try because it's delicious. Okay, so in the first bowl here, separately, you're going to mix your flour, your baking powder, your baking soda, and your salt. Now, some people like to sift this together, but if you don't have that, I just use a whisk, and that works just fine for me. I am not a professional chef, so hey. So you're going to mix this, and then you're going to put this aside for a while. Okay, so for the second part, we're going to be mixing in the mixer your peanut butter, okay, which, I could have probably used a spatula, but hey, we're just keeping it casual here, because let's face it, the fact that I even put all these ingredients in separate bowls, like really, who does that? Okay, so you're gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna use one of these to get my extra peanut butter off here. All right, so you're gonna get rid of this. All right, so you're gonna have your peanut butter. You're gonna put your brown sugar. Oh, we went blurry for a minute there. Your white sugar. Okay. And then we're gonna unplug our mixer because I have to put the blade on, and I panic about this. I'm always worried that something bad is going to happen. So don't ever put your blade on with it plugged in. And make sure you take the peanut butter that you get on the plug off. Okay. All right, here we go. So you're going to mix these together. This is going to get loud, so sorry about that. Okay, now once I get it to that point, okay, I just want to kind of combine it. I will add my butter, and I've had this melting for a while, so if you want to cut yours up, you go right ahead, okay? 'Cause I don't. Okay, and then just... just let it whip together to get well combined. You are going to have to scrape the edge, so there's no way around it. Now add your vanilla. And then you're going to do 1 egg at a time, okay? I'll show you what this looks like, okay? So give a girl a sec. I'm going to grab a spatula and I will be right back. Let me get mic'd up here. All right, so you're going to unplug your mixer and give everybody a scrape. And I like to leave it until it's really, really fluffy. I like my cookies to be really fluffy. So I'll show you what this batter looks like. Okay. And just scrape off your edges. Oh my goodness, this smells good. Okay. So I'll let you guys have a seat. And you see what it looks like. Like it's very, very fluffy and creamy. Now, you're not done. So now what you're going to do is we are going to combine the flour and this mixture together. And we're going to show you how that's done. So, as you can tell, I'm not a chef, but, hey, there we go. So, get yourself all hooked up, and here's what we're doing. You're going to turn this on, not too high because you're going to have flour all over your kitchen. And then just gradually add little bits of flour. And I like to wait in between for everything to get nicely combined before adding the next bit of flour. Okay, so here's the thing with these. where you guys can let me know when if any of you do this recipe. They say to, you can refrigerate the cookie dough. I've never refrigerated the cookie dough. Maybe I should. For anybody that is, an expert, or if you're from, Kraft and this is your recipe, hi. I would love to know why. Not because I criticize, just I've never done it because I'm terrible with reading directions, and I just never did it. So just a thing. If you go on the site, I think it does say to put the cookies. Add your nuts, okay? And just mix it. It's kind of the same consistency as when, you mix chocolate chips into cookie dough. Like, you gotta put your shoulder in it, okay? All right. So now that you got it well combined, let's get the oven heated up, which I think is to 350 if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And we are going to cook these. You're going to put them on cookie sheets. Now they say to spray it. I actually use cookie sheets with parchment paper. Works great for me. And I do them by like teaspoon or tablespoonful. I don't like my cookies gigantic. And make sure you leave 2 to 3 inches in between these cookies because they spread out. And we'll plate them up together in just a minute. Okay, so I've got my cookie dough. I do have the cookie dough. Now, with clean hands, I just do mounds about like that. Okay, and I just start piling on. And remember what I said, I do pretty generous distances between my cookies because I don't like when they end up cooking, spreading out, and then they're touching, because I am fussy as anything. So if you guys don't care about that, then you go ahead and you do your cookies the way that you want to do them. So you're just going to do this, and then after, you're going to get your fork and you're going to do the traditional push down and push down. Okay, so this is what they're going to look like. Okay, and you just do that continuously, and then you put them in the oven at 350 degrees. I think it's for 10 to 12 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes, sorry guys. And really until they're golden brown. So we'll see you when they're done. Thanks guys for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the cookie recipe. Now, remember what I said. Down below, I'm going to put the link from Kraft, and you guys can go there and check it out. You guys have all probably made it before, but to me, it's one of my favorites. I'm going to be putting a cookie recipe up whenever I get a chance, which if I get a chance to do it during the week, then I'll let you know. And don't forget, do send me your favorite cookie recipe on any of my social media listed below. If you want to email it to me, send a link, DM me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. Let's make this a whole lot of fun, and let's share some recipes. Come on, it is the Christmas season. And if you enjoy this video, give a girl a thumbs up. And if it's your first time joining me, why not subscribe? I'd love for you to join the fam. Anyway, you guys enjoy. I love you like mad. Bye for now.